Kristen. I'm going to go through a few asanas today, or yoga poses. First we're going to do a stretch for the shoulders, then we're going to work a little bit on balance, a stretch for the lower back, and then we're going to do a hip opener. So we're going to start with our shoulder stretch. So we're going to clasp the hands behind the back. Eventually we may be able to bring the wrists together, but for now we'll start with the wrists apart. And we're going to be in our Tadasana or mountain pose, maintaining integrity of the spine. We're going to slowly start to lift the wrist up towards the ceiling. Now you don't want to start bending forward, that would defeat the purpose. You're going to try and maintain straightness in the spine throughout the whole body. And just slowly start to lift the shoulders. You want to make sure that your shoulders aren't up, you want to release them down. And then just feel the stretch in the shoulders. And from here we're just going to bend the knees and release the chest down to the thighs in our forward fold. And let the gravity do the work. Allow the wrist to still reach towards the ceiling. And slowly come back up. Our shoulders should feel looser here. Now we're going to do some balance work. So balance is important no matter what stage of yoga you're in. And it's also something that can really, you can really see intense improvements if you work at it. So we're just going to start from our Tadasana with equal weight in the feet, neutral position of the hips, the shoulders, and the neck. We're going to shift the weight into the right leg and slowly lift up the left leg. You want to maintain strength throughout the standing leg, the kneecap lifted, the thigh engaged, and we can just hold it here. This is a modification for our tree pose. We can bring our hands to heart center. And you can find your drishti, a non-moving point in front of you. I also like to use my breath to ground me, to find my balance. And if you would like to move from here, you can open up the hip and just have the foot down on the ground, or on the shin, never on the knee, or up in the thigh. And when you're in this pose, you want to make sure that the hips are still facing forward. You don't want them to go in the direction of the knee. And we have to have open hips to come into this balance pose. So it might be best if we just start here and work on this. That's perfect. And release the foot down. Maybe rock back on the feet, back and forth. Feel the equality of gravity working through all the corners of the feet. We're going to shift the weight into the left foot this time. Engage the left kneecap, the left thigh, quad, and lift the right knee this time. The goal here is to have the right thigh parallel to the ground. Bring our hands to heart center. Maintain straightness in the spine. Breathe. And if you would like, you can open up the hip, release the foot down to the ankle, to the shin, or up into the thigh. Make sure that your hips are still squared to the front. And slowly come back down. And now we're going to go into our bridge pose. So we start lying down with our palms on the mat. We're going to bend the knees so that the heels are just about a hand's width away from the bone. So you should just be able to touch the heels with the fingertips. And in this pose you want to make sure that the knees don't splay out, that they stay in line with the hips. And slowly we're going to lift our tailbone all the way up to the shoulders. And just lift the hips up as high as you can. The weight should be in the shoulders. Squeeze the thighs together so that they're not splaying out. That can mess up the knees. And then slowly release down. And one more time, lift the hips. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae until you're on the shoulders. And then if you can squeeze your shoulders together and clasp the hands underneath. Now you should really feel strengthening in the lower back muscles. And release the shoulders, vertebrae by vertebrae, release the spine down to the ground. And then we're just going to do a hip opener here. We're going to cross the right foot over the left knee. We're going to grab the left thigh with the hands, and we're going to try and pull it towards the body. And at the same time, we're pushing the right knee away from the body. And if this is not possible, if you can't grab onto the leg, you can do the same thing seated with the support of your hands behind you. So you would just cross the right foot over the left knee and slowly bend the left leg, and only go as far as you can, as far as is comfortable for your right hip. At the same time, you want to push the right knee away from the body, and then slowly release back down. And now with the other side, we're going to cross our left foot over our right knee, grab the back of the right thigh, and slowly start to draw the right leg towards your body and push the left knee away from the body. And if this is not available, once again, you can cross the left foot over the right knee and slowly bend the right leg. And then release. And that's all the time that we have for today. So thanks for watching.